My name's Croke. I'm in Donaskeagh in South Tipperary. I'm milking 200 cows on 4 DeLaval Robots. It started in 2017 with 1 robot and gradually increased up to the 200 cows on the 4 robots. Last one just installed this year. It's mainly grass-based system with some zero grazing on the shoulders of the ear. I suppose initially with a new start there was no sheds here, so I looked at the cost of construction of a new parlour, herringbone parlour, and I suppose I was working as well at the time off farm. So we went with 1 robot initially, and we thought that was the best with an off-farm job. And I suppose it helped then that we gradually increased. Every 2 to 3 years we put in another robot. It let us expand slowly on the sheds, and the robots lended to that with the off-farm job. I suppose one of the key features I found was the manual attaching just for heifers. So it quietly trains the heifers, and for a smaller cow you can reduce the size of the stall. Feed trough will reduce in for a smaller cow. When initially looked at robots, I found with a traditional herringbone parlour I would have been on farm morning, evening. Now majority of my work is done in the morning, and it gives me more free time in the evening with the kids. With 3 young kids, so we're up in the GA field maybe 3-4 nights a week, so just gives us that little bit extra free time. You still have to do work, but you can change the time of the day that you do the work. It is a busy farm. There's a good number of cows being milking at the moment, but I suppose we do try and get away for 1 or 2 holidays a year if we can. The farm workers we have covering are great help. They've been trained in on the robots, and they deal with any issues, but they can go home at 5 o'clock in the evening. We do have kids involved in GA, horse riding, camogie, so I try and make all those activities as much as I can. I suppose springtime is going to be busy on any farm, but I suppose when you come to summer and autumn, it gives us that little bit more free time. Cows are being milked and we can get away maybe dinner time and off for the evening. We're not rushing back to milk cows in the evening. Yeah, I suppose initially for me it was probably a learning curve. Some days we might give them a little bit extra grass and they'd stay out longer. You might give them too little and they come in a bit early. So over the course of the year, and the help of DeLaval, we worked on getting the grass allocation right. With the bigger number of cows we're farming now, we probably have mastered the grass, and it works to the system we have now, and the cows are flowing very well this year to the robots. The robots helped me, so it gave me more time to adjust the farm roadways, to give more time on the construction side of it, to build in new sheds. It allowed us to milk through the winter, so any stale cows were milked on during the winter and gave us a little bit of a buffer of milk and a little bit of money over the winter period, while not being up morning and evening milking cows. I suppose on Christmas Day we had cows milking, but we weren't milking ourselves. Yeah, so we're predominantly a spring calving herd. We will milk some cows over the winter. They'll be just the stale cows or cows not in calf. But it's a spring calving herd, trying to achieve the 8-week calving block as much as we can every year. I suppose what we do on the breeding season, for the first couple of years I ran 2 stock bulls, and we worked them to go through the selection gates so they wouldn't go into the robot, they'd be diverted out to grass. In the later years we've added Cow Manager, and we incorporated that into DelPro and DelPro Plus, which picks up heat detection, and we have health issues that will be picked up with DelPro and DelPro Plus. We'll use the selection gates to draft in cows for AI. based on heat time from cow manager, and we'll input all the information then into DeLaval, which will give us a breeding plan and expected calving date for every cow. Yeah, I suppose initially we put in one robot, but we built the setup for a second robot. So the second robot went in fairly streamlined enough. When we went from 3 to 4, we just had to add a small pit for the 2 robots, and they slotted in very well. The last one just got in this year with minimal hassle and disruption to the cows and to man. I was conscious of the robots and energy consumption, and given that I have the 4th robot in now, I went down the line of putting in solar panels. So 33% of my power is being produced by solar energy at the moment. I've also put in heat recovery, which is reducing my hot water bills, and I've changed from electricity to gas heating for the hot water. I suppose nighttime electricity, I store electricity on batteries, and that's used by the robots then at nighttime. Yeah, like every bit of technology does have issues, does have problems. If you do have an issue, the service from Tom Harte Farm Services is very good. They're on call 24 hours a day. If I do have an issue in the morning, early in the morning, late at night, I pick up the phone, we deal with it over the phone, or they will come out. They're here within less than an hour on site and they have it resolved. I really didn't think I'd have this number of cows. I started off initially thinking I was going to farm off site or work off site and milk my 60 cows. The way things have evolved, I'm happy the way I've gone about it. I've gone up in cow numbers, increased the robots, but I still have family time. The help we got from DeLaval over the last 7-8 years has been great. We've adjusted things every year. Every time a robot's gone in, we've adjusted the setup, adjusted the grass layout, and they've been a great help on the roads for the last 8-9 years.